carrying in anime. Some anime characters get carried by straight plot armor, while others literally carry the whole verse on their backs. A perfect example of this is my son Erwin Smith. Now he may not be as strong as Levi or Aaron, but without this nigga, the AOT verse would have been fried.
Because my soldiers do not buckle or yield when faced with the cruelty of this world. My soldiers push forward. My soldiers scream out. My soldiers rage!
And that's what I mean by carrying. Bro had us ready to die about a fictional country with one speech. Without that push, they would have never got to that basement. And if they never got to that basement, they would have never learned the secrets of the world. And we would have never got that tough-ass Aaron pose. And my son Aaron really stand on business. And on top of that, this nigga also found out that some titans would be controlled by humans. And I promise you, without that realization, the story would have just stopped at season 1. Now, Erwin is tough, but if this next nigga wasn't in his verse, everything would have fallen apart by episode 2. Of course, I'm talking about the GOAT, L. Now, this nigga L, right? He was the one thing keeping humanity safe from total annihilation. Within 2 episodes, this nigga was able to deduce where the god of his verse was at. And to make it worse, he did it on live TV.
Bon voyage, little nigga. Nigga, you thought you was mad smart, nigga. I got you, bro. Hey, what 50 say? You not like me, nigga.
Now, he's tough. Bro, how do you even come up with that conclusion? There's like 100+ million people living in Japan. And on top of that, his opponent, Light, is a psychopathic maniac who will go around killing niggas for unpaid speeding tickets and for giving out back shots. And with all of that being said, L was still bold enough to bring Light on the task force, halfway knowing this nigga was probably Kira. And the only other nigga in anime who might have a chance at carrying like L is my son, Johann Liebert. And I know only like 10 niggas watch Monster, but he's still gonna get that mention. Now, this video is about characters who carried their verse on their backs. But honestly, nobody fits that description better than Aang. Now, Aang is 12 years old, but even at 12 years old, this nigga verse still needed bro to save them. Matter of fact, the Fire Nation was doing niggas so bad, they needed bro like 100 years before the events of the main storyline. So on top of the fact that bro's only 12 and he's 100 years late, he also only got 1 of the 4 skill sets mastered. But despite all of that, you know what I'm saying, Aang was still able to put on for his air set, you feel me, the no match by running Ozai's fade. Now, Ozai is a dickhead. The man's in his 40s casually putting hands on other people's kids.
Buddy, you're weird.
That aside, these two ran a generational fade. Ozai was not holding back. But even without holding back, this old ass nigga still knelt down to a 7th grader, bro. Peep game. Ozai pulls up in a stoley, moving overly confident. You would think he's smiling about that comment, but my son came from cracking a bad bitch and now he gets to beat on the kid. And in the valley of the shadow of death arises my GOAT, Aang. Ozai hits the jets and these niggas get to it. Now in the beginning, Aang was on defense. This nigga Ozai was hitting bro with everything. This nigga was out for blood, mud. He even hit bro with lightning. All the while, Aang just playing defense. Aang redirected Ozai's lightning, leaving him weakened, and Ozai used that opening to strike him down. Aang then turns himself into the thing from Fantastic Four, and this nigga Ozai starts frying his shit. But this is the part where Aang locks in, you feel me? Where this nigga gets busy and actually starts to fuck shit up. Now, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen a beatdown this bad by a kid before. Like, nah, this nigga was wildin', bro. I've never seen a YN strike this much fear into the heart of a grown man. Nah, he was doing this shit for the air set, bro. I respect it. And in the end, Aang takes his bending away, restoring balance to the world again. And to wrap that up, we end with this nigga bagging Katara. You love to see it. Now, since we talking about anime characters who carried their entire verse on their backs, of course I gotta mention the walking cheat code, the glitch himself, Gojo. Now, I should go without saying that Gojo carried his verse. This nigga's birth alone changed the Jujutsu world. This nigga was like cooties back in elementary school. Nobody wanted to touch that, and the niggas who did, they all got folded. He one of the strongest in the JJK verse, and I'ma be there no matter what when his fight with Sukuna gets animated. And now for the honorable mentions. All Might be carrying his verse, Goku be carrying his verse, even Gohan was carrying his verse during the Cell Saga, Saitama be carrying his verse, Genos got potential to carry his verse if he didn't just suck at life. Humanity's strongest soldier, aka Levi Ackerman, be carrying too. This nigga put in mad work against that beast type. Niggas be forgetting sometimes. Kurapika be carrying. This nigga went toe to toe against the Phantom Troop all by his dead family members' eyes. RP to the Kurta clan. Shit, and while we at it, Gon be carrying, Killua be carrying too. Kamado, Tanjiro, Eduardo, Erurik, Naruto, Uzumaki. Them niggas all standing 10 toes down. Lelouch from Code Geass be carrying. Ichigo be carrying. Chad. Niggas forget about Chad. Chad be carrying. Yusuke be carrying at the age of 14. My son Luffy be carrying. And of course the man that a lot of y'all be proud to call y'all dad, LeBron.